Okay, so I took the temperature a few seconds ago and it was about at 100 and something, so it's not quite there yet. Ideally we want the temperature to be exactly at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And I realized that my candy thermometer, this white one here with the long stem, actually the battery's dead. So for the moment I'm gonna have to use this one and just be very careful not to touch the sugar with my hands, not to burn my hands. So it is about 113 degrees Celsius, and our desired temperature in Celsius is 121. So we're really close. You can kind of smell the sugar now. It's starting to brown very, very slightly, but we don't want it to be caramel because our cream cheese obviously is white. Okay, and then you have your eggs. You've measured out your eggs. They're in this bowl, and with a whisk attachment, you have started to basically fluff up those egg yolks. I'm not going to show you on the mixer because I'm actually missing the whisk attachment, but this will be on your mixer ready to go moving slowly. Never whisk anything on super high. There are very few recipes that I know of that actually use the KitchenAid mixer in the highest setting. With whipped cream, you'll break the whipped cream. With frozen mousses and things like that, you'll actually kind of curdle the mousse, and after you freeze it, the consistency is really unpleasant. So we should be close now to our desired temperature of 121 degrees Celsius. I'm measuring it again. We are at 116. Move my thermometer around just a little bit more. 115. Okay, so we're really close. So the secret to this next step is you are going to drizzle the sugar syrup down the side of the bowl. The whisk is here. We'll pretend that I actually have a whisk on this. So the whisk is here and it's moving around. If the hot sugar syrup hits the whisk first, all it'll do is it'll splatter sugar all around the bowl. It'll harden immediately, and it won't sweeten your egg yolks, which is what you want it to do. So as the whisk is moving on medium speed, you're drizzling very, very slowly against the edge of the bowl. And I'll show you with the placement of this pan how close in. You really want it to the very, very edge. I can tell immediately when I walk up to a student's bowl if they followed this instruction or not, because they'll have crystallized sugar all the way around their bowl and basically have to start over. Again, we're looking for a temperature of 121 degrees Celsius. And as I go back into the pot, we are really close. We're at 118 and it's climbing now very quickly, 120. Okay. $119, 120. It's basically here. There's so little that okay, 121. So obviously I don't have anything going on here, but if you'll notice, my pan is like right at the edge, and it's gonna basically go down the side of the bowl, and the whisk is going to pick up the sugar and whisk it into the eggs. So when you look in the bowl, all you should see is one line down the side. There should not be sugar splattered in a circular pattern all over the edge of your bowl. The first few stops, the first few drops are very, very, very slow, and then you can speed it up just a little bit, but it should probably take you a minute and a half or a little bit longer even to get all of the syrup incorporated. So that syrup is going to create a super delicious sauce with the egg yolks, but it's also going to stabilize the egg yolks, and so it's flavor stabilization and just all around great flavor, I guess. So if you look in the side of the bowl, I just have one drizzle down here. Of course, I didn't have the whisk going, but even if I did have the whisk going, I would not have drizzled this on top of the moving whisk attachment, okay? So that's it. So this should have your egg yolks already inside before you start drizzling. So once my sugar gets up to about 105 degrees or more, I'll